Well, it's going to be a day full of updates again here at the facility. The first of which is an exciting one. Our furnaces are getting replaced. Oh, I've never been so excited for furnaces before. It'll finally be warm in here again.
It's gonna feel like this is a real building now.
Right?
We're gonna have heat and electricity in the same building. It's crazy. We haven't had that since December.
I know. Oh, I am so excited. After we discovered that that furnace and the one in the zoo don't work, and I mean they're 20 years old, so I can understand why, we were like, oh no, what do we do? But thankfully we realized it now, so that we don't have this room and that room full of enclosures when we discover the furnaces need to be replaced. So, yep, this is a good thing.
I think I still blame Sam for not coming out here and doing them.
Yes, Sam, why aren't you here today? You should be installing these. Oh, look! They got the old one down. That's just an old big dinosaur. But then there's the new one. Oh, it's so beautiful. Welcome to Snake Discovery Furnace. So what's the difference between these two?
20 years.
20 years? Yeah.
And I think this one's a 2-stage and that's a single stage.
What does that mean?
Which I think means this one's fans can run even when the heater's not on to circulate air, and that one can't.
Oh, okay. So, silver lining, we're getting a better furnace as a result of that one going out on us?
Yep.
Alright, that's what we'll focus on, not the price tag that comes with it. Today is a day for fixing mistakes because we are going to placing the mural that I messed up. Oh, and Jude is down here working on carving. Hi, Jude.
Hello.
This is what we're gonna replace because I totally botched it and I've had to look at it every day. And finally, the new panel arrived in the mail. But we're gonna do it differently this time. We're going to learn from our mistakes. Instead of applying it directly onto the back, we're going to, or what I did was I cut a piece of plastic and we're going to put the new mural on it. Mandy and I are going to attempt putting it on, and then we're gonna take this and just slap it right into place directly on top of the messed up one. Signs and all. That's okay. If I ever commit a crime, they'll know where to find my fingerprints. Because I think that's how crimes work. They go and hunt down all the sticky things that I've touched. Yes! We did it! It's fixed! It's so beautiful now! Yay! Now we can finally put on the side panels and get all the other stuff done. It's so pretty! The blackhead python's gonna love this. Hey everybody, it's been a couple of weeks, I think, since our last update. We've just been working non-stop here at the facility and on all of the enclosures. It's kind of putsy work, but it's taking a while, although it is actually adding a lot to the enclosures. So what we're working on now, since all of the sand painting of the backgrounds is pretty much done for at least the perimeter enclosures, now we've kind of moved on to attaching the ledges to all the enclosures, foaming behind them to kind of support the ledges. And then we have to carve off the extra foam just like we did for the backgrounds and sand paint those on so they kind of transition into the backdrops.
Yeah, because having just that wouldn't look amazing.
No,
kind of takes
really.
away from the experience just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So yeah, I mean, I can't remember exactly what stage everything was at on our last update because it's been kind of a while. We've been here for like...
But we have these now.
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
So that's...
And a hanging electrical outlet.
I may have hit my head on this once earlier.
Yeah, I watched her. It was funny.
Thanks.
I heard, wham, ow!
So starting tomorrow, now that the perimeter enclosures are pretty much done as far as decorating goes, other than the ledges, of course, now we're going to move on to the islands inside of the middle of the zoo. So Joe from JSA Reptiles and several of his buddies are coming in tomorrow to finish up the framework for the islands. And for these enclosures, what we're going to do is take like front opening 40-gallon or various sizes of front opening
Like
enclosures.
those back there.
Yes, those. These islands are built to fit those. So we're just going to slide them into place, and then you'll be able to walk all the way around and see all sorts of enclosures there.
Yep.
We have 5 islands planned. They're done with 2 of them for the most part.
That one, and this one's kind of in 2. Then one's gonna go here, and then one's gonna go here. I hit another swingy thing, and then the turtle's gonna be one.
This is the Minnesota native wall, so we've got a lot of work done on that. Moving this way, we decided to put monkey-tailed skinks in here. I can't remember if we mentioned that in a previous video now or not. A lot has happened in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
But monkey-tailed skinks are going in here. We're getting a pair from a wonderful breeder. We'll give you details about that later.
Probably do some kind of a video with her.
Yeah, with her. Yeah, for sure. With Mallory. Yeah.
I think we're going down there, aren't we?
I think so. We're also going to make a video just for the building of this enclosure. So you can see what one of the habitats goes through from start to finish, from like a wooden box to a bioactive enclosure. So that's why this one's kind of behind the rest as far as progress goes. It's because we're doing a video just for that one.
The monkey tails get a wire in theirs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Rex's enclosure has a mural now. Check it out.
Yeah, Rex is turning into a dragon, I guess.
We haven't gotten super far on hers because we just received the Louisiana Swamp mural that's going in the back. Hallway to Rex's enclosure there.
Woo! Look, it's water back here. You guys will never be able to touch this.
Is that on?
Nope.
Okay. That'd be funny if it was and sprayed water everywhere.
I would have just ran away if that would have happened.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Emily can clean that up.
Here's the future Burmese python exhibit. Today's project was
There's a
putting up...
light.
Yeah, there is a beautiful...
Pretty.
And here is going to be future monitor exhibits. And we still don't know what kind of monitor to put in here, but it'll kind of just be a matter of what monitor we adopt from our local herpetological society, because we want to give one a new home.
That's a big ledge.
Yes, it is. It's going to love that. We still have to sand paint that.
Our air compressor broke, so our staples aren't being able to staple right now. That's why everything's kind of off.
Yeah, I got to do that too.
Yeah.
And then last but not least...
Oh, the tree's petting itself. That's kind of creepy.
Reticulated python enclosure. Now with... Oh wait, I think this was in the last video. There's a step.
Yeah, there's a ledge there.
In case you didn't see that yet.
Yeah, and a real stick.
That's where we're at tonight.
Hooray.
And we're gonna go home, maybe get some sleep. We're kind of loopy because we've been up so long. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Hey, goodbye.
Well, it's another day, another exciting day at the facility. We actually just got a call from our framers who are working on the islands in the middle of the enclosure, or of the zoo, and the power went out.
I think just lights.
Just the lights went out in the zoo area.
As they're working.
But I think they're still working, so they must be working in the dark. Our electrician's here, like an emergency.
Yeah, so thank you, Rick. You're amazing for coming in on a Saturday.
Let's see what's...
You got these lights on.
Lights in here. Oh, yep. Look at that. They're still working in the dark. I can't believe you guys kept on going. So, the islands are being built. But we have no lights in here.
Yep.
So hopefully that gets fixed today.
I think it will.
Yeah.
Rick will get it figured out.
Rick is familiar with how it all works.
I think he's rewired this whole place, so he knows how it works.
The crazy part is we work
Really? The power's back on! We can see again! One of the byproducts from creating all these enclosures is a lot of scraps from the trimmings that came off of the original panels. So we don't want anything to end up in a landfill, of course, so we're going to be utilizing everything in some way or another. These bigger scraps can be put in some of the island enclosures, I think. Some of these smaller scraps could be used for maybe the invert cave enclosures, or I think if we have really little scraps, what I'll do is I'll actually just use them to make little jumping spider habitats to sell in the retail side. So we're going to utilize all of this, but it's getting cold outside, so I need to bring all of these inside, and then we'll figure out what to do with them. Okay, this is what we have for scraps. These are all the little pieces, kind of little pieces anyway. And then over here we have somewhat larger pieces. I really like that guy, and that guy, and that guy. They're all really cool though. And we have red from the black-headed python and Woma enclosure. So this could either be maybe our future blue-tongue skink enclosure. That's going to be 5 by 2.5 feet. We could do red for him or her. We don't have one yet. We still have to find one to rescue. And we've got this big guy. I don't know who that's going to go to, but let's see what enclosures we still have to fill. They're actually making a ton of progress. Check this out. This is the turtle enclosure. The tank is going to go right here, have its own platform. Plumbing's going to go back there, and then we can access the canister filters from behind. We're going to put a little door on there. This will just be a big wall with some information on it. But we still have a few enclosures that we need to choose backgrounds for. Like, this is going to be the green tree python exhibit, so we need a background for that. And I mean, we need backgrounds for all the enclosures going in the islands, really, but I want to finish the perimeter ones first. So another one we have to do is Rex's. Yeah, fire-breathing Rex. Unfortunately, we will have to cover that with one of the panels. I don't know which one yet. That's going to be Louisiana Swamp Mural. That's going to be a panel. Future Chameleon exhibit needs a panel. Monkey-tailed skink. Ooh, there's more scraps. Needs a panel. Yeah, got to figure out what's going to go where. I mean, I think green tree pythons would look really good against the gray, so we'll have to see if we have enough panels to wrap around their enclosure. If not, I think we're ordering another full one from Stuart anyway, so maybe we'll just use that for them. For the chameleon, again, a green colored animal is going to look really good against gray, but it kind of depends on what we have. I want to use this one somewhere. Maybe that'll go in one of the islands. I don't know, but look at all the texture on that panel. That looks so cool. Oh, and we still have Tiny, the Anaconda. We need to choose a backdrop for him. Maybe this guy? That would be pretty cool. That could look like a South American rainforest. Ooh, we might have enough for his. Well, no, that's not going to be enough for his. But wait, there's this one. Oh, that could work for Tiny. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing with all these backgrounds is like, what would look the best? Sure, this one will work. You're kind of just deciding on the spot because it's hard to plan ahead. You really have to see the panel in person before you make that decision. Another one of our tasks recently has been moving on from sand painting the backdrops to sand painting the ledges. This one is already done. It's already blended. First we have to screw them into place and then we foam them, and when the foam dries that helps stick them too. And then we have to carve away the extra foam just like we did the backgrounds. And then we sand paint. And even though I thought the ledges would be easier to sand paint than the entire backgrounds, turns out they're more difficult simply because you have to lay down in order to reach underneath them. But that's okay, it's just a new challenge. I know what I can do with this. Oh yeah, that'll work. Hey Ed! I can make good fart sounds now.
Proud of you, honey.
Thanks. Look at what's happening today, guys. The sign! It's going up on the columns! Oh my gosh!
It's going up.
It's official! Now it's snake discovery! That looks so cool with the rock pillars. Stuart, you did a fantastic job on this. All right, next, about 25% of the ceiling tiles in the retail area are going to be snake discovery green, and yes, we did match it to our logo, and the remaining are going to be black. So that means since they don't make snake discovery green ceiling tiles, if you can believe it, we had to paint them ourselves. My dad and my sister Krista did the first coat on all of them and the second coat on some of them. So I'm going to kind of sort through these and see which ones still need a second coat of green paint, set them over here, and get them painted. Yes, you are. Did you have to come out of the porta potty just now?
Yes. I feel a lot better if it makes it better.
Well, we are leaving for the day, coming back tomorrow, and doesn't that look cool?
Especially once we put up the plants and the other rocks around it.
Yes, yes. We have lots of UV resistant plants to put up there and kind of hide the bar in the back, and yeah, that's the next thing, but that looks awesome. All right, I think this will be the last day that I film here at the facility because we've got a lot of other stuff to do, but I think this is a good stopping point at the end of today. I'm working today, or right now anyway, I've kind of been bouncing around. This is the giant Madagascar hognoses future enclosure, and I'm just kind of seaming or sand painting these ledges in, and the tough part we've discovered is blending rock against panel. And there's really no good way to do it without it looking funny. So I'm gonna try to leave the ledges in front of the panel alone as much as I can, and I'll sand paint around those. But then around here, oh, let me grab my mask, hang on. Yes. Over in the Argentine boa future exhibit, we have Michelle and Jackson, who are here helping sand paint. We've got some awesome help. We've got more islands being framed and worked on today, so yeah, I'll just let the camera roll. Check out these islands. They're pretty much all done. Still working on that one, but you can kind of get an idea of what these are gonna look like. So we'll put like a front opening glass terrarium in all of these little pockets. And we've got some over here. These are gonna go back to back even, so that if we need to like change a bulb, we can like scooch it aside and then reach up in there. But there's just enough of a lip up front so that they can't slide forward and fall out, or they can't get pushed back far enough to push the one behind it out. So that's kind of a little safety precaution we decided to make. But now what we have to do with all of these is paint black everywhere, like inside of these, and kind of spill it outside here. I mean, we're gonna cover all of these faces with the rock paneling, but for where it kind of bubbles out, just like we did on the perimeter enclosures, wherever it bubbles out, you're gonna see plywood. So we're gonna paint it black to kind of hide that. But in addition, inside of these islands, if you look up and through the glass or through the screen of these enclosures, you're again gonna see plywood behind it. So we're gonna paint all that black too. Well, we made some really good progress on painting that black until it sounds like Ed needs me for something, so I figured I'd go check this out. What? It opens? Beautiful. Yes. You fixed
Finally,
it.
it took 2 days. I got that thing working.
It works.
Don't look at it right now.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. What was wrong with it?
All the wires in there were crossed, so the things that were supposed to go up and down were all backwards.
Oh.
So I don't know who originally set it up, but now I know it, so I don't have to worry about it. It's like perfect.
Wow, and
It
that's...
goes up to the point, and it goes back down.
It goes down too?
Bye.
Oh my gosh, this is the first time this garage door has worked since we bought the building. No way. You're such a dork. I love you.
Hooray! 2 days of work!
You did
You don't
it!
have to buy a new garage door opener.
Yeah, that came from the part of the building we demoed, didn't it?
Yes.
All right, we reused it. Hooray! Now it didn't end up in a landfill. Before we show you what all we got done in the zoo today, or in this video I suppose, I figured we'd show you what's getting done back here, like for the bathrooms. They haven't progressed very far.
Not in these bathrooms.
No, this one? Oh, there's a little bit more in this one. So we've got in here, there's like the valves where the sinks are gonna go now, and we have one partition up.
Hooray!
Hooray! But we don't have toilets. It's really cold outside, and all I want is a toilet.
Yep, we don't have toilets or water.
Yeah, we still don't have water in this building. It's been almost a year. We're actually getting kind of frustrated by how long certain things have been taking, because we've officially had the building for over a year now, which is exciting, but I wish we were a little further along. But staying positive, I guess we'll keep going. There hasn't really been much in the party room. We're waiting for that. Oh, the drop-down ceiling is in. I think that's new.
Yep, all the drop downs in.
That's all done.
We got fire or something over there. All the partitions did come inside.
I was able to finish painting around the new doors, which we have to get those doors replaced. That's the wrong type of door that we had installed, apparently.
Not we.
Not we. contractor installed the wrong doors.
Yep.
And then over here, we've got reading room. That hasn't changed a whole lot. But take a look at this wall. Look,
It's
look.
blue.
It's such a pretty color. It's beautiful. I think we're going to use this color in other walls too.
Yeah.
I think we're going to move
Probably
on to...
that wall's gonna get changed to that color.
Yep.
Maybe that wall.
That might be too much blue. I think we're going to accent the blue with the same gray we used in the classroom.
Okay.
So I think we'll do that gray, that blue, maybe that gray.
Sure.
I think that'd be good. And then over here, nothing's changed with our future office. We just have to get rid of ceiling tiles. Nothing's really changed.
Nothing's changed back there at all.
back
so
there. Like I said,
we have light switches. I think we had those in the last one. Oh, it's bright. Oh, it's dark.
it's LED bright too.
Yep.
We actually had someone comment recently on an update video on, since we're so eco-friendly, how have we made this project as least impacting on the environment as possible? And let me tell you, we're doing anything we can to reduce landfill waste and to reduce energy usage and everything in between. A few things we've done are, we told you this many times, but all the lights got switched to LEDs. We've reused drywall.
Yep.
We had some drywall pieces that were from other places, other walls that we had taken down. We actually reused drywall to build the wall along this side of the building. There were also those old tan wall panels. We took all those down, but instead of throwing them out...
Ones that those replaced.
Yep. Instead of throwing them out, we gave them to people to use in home renovation projects.
Yep.
So they weren't in a landfill.
All the old light fixtures got given to people on Craigslist to use in their garages and whatnot.
Yeah.
For the ledges here, I don't know if we filmed much of that because I can't remember because I've been doing other things, but all of these are filled with the same foam we used down here and around the seams, but we filled those up with all the scraps.
Instead of going through 80 bajillion cans of great stuff, we took some of the dry pieces of foam and used that to fill the ledges with, if that helps make sense.
And then we foamed a little bit
Around
to keep
that.
it tight in there, but yeah, no sense in just throwing away a bunch of foam.
Yeah. So when we carved off extras, we used those carve-off bits to stuff other ledges with. So we were able to reduce foam usage, which I'm really excited about. We also got new furnaces, kind of because we had to, because the old other furnaces went out, but we were able to get very energy efficient furnaces as a result.
Yeah, the two in back are actually 90% efficient, so those are great. The two up here are two-stage 80%, but
I don't know what that means.
it just means 80% efficient, and two-stage means the fans can run at different speeds to circulate air and stuff like that. But it's still, there's not much we could do with upgrading those, but they are newer now, so they should be more efficient than the 20-something old models.
There was also the really old windows along the south wall, and those windows we gave to our friend, like the plexiglass used for those windows we gave to a friend, and now they are the roof of a goat barn.
Yeah.
So we've been...
Pretty much anything we can try to move, give to people, get on Craigslist and make sure it's
Give
not
away.
in a landfill, we did.
Yeah.
That was our biggest contribution, because there was a lot of times we were like, no, don't throw that away. And they're like, why? It's garbage. And we're like, no, we can give that to somebody. Don't worry about it. We got some strange looks from our contractors.
Yeah, they were kind of confused as to why we wanted to keep drywall. And we're like, well, because we can use it for this project.
Yeah.
And we did.
Yep, we used it for that.
I'm sure there's other things that we did that I just can't think of right now. But yes, the answer is we are doing anything we can to make this as eco-friendly as possible.
Yep. Do you want to walk around the zoo and show off the islands that were built today?
Sure, that's probably the biggest thing in today's video that happened. The islands are almost done. This is the last one they're working on. These are going to be custom builds. There's 1, 2, a big one on that side, a big one on this side, and 2 more on the other side of that wall. And then what we're working on is painting black inside still, which I kind of explained earlier. But basically we're going to have a 40-gallon front opening terrarium in all of these little openings with like information up here or down here. And it's just going to be full of reptiles in here.
Yep.
I can't wait. We're
So-
also trying to not make it like a square here, a square there. As you can see, we're trying to bend some of the islands and give them some shape. And that way things, you're gonna like weave in and out of all of these little areas as you explore.
I also want to give a huge shout out to Joe with JSA Reptiles, who's been doing all the carpentry in this building for us. He basically, these end aisles, we were going to basically, 40 gallon, we're gonna do a 36 by 36 by 18 deep, like what our false chameleons are in right now. And he went, well, why would you limit yourself when you're already making custom enclosures like back there? We could just make it really tall and then just use this entire thing. And we're like, whoa, we didn't even think of that.
It's a great idea. Now we have so much more space in these end cap enclosures.
There's a lot more space for activities for the reptiles.
I'd also like to thank the amazing volunteer. It feels weird calling them volunteers. Our friends and family members who have been coming here so much, helping with sand painting and normal painting and foam carving, kind of like what we've been doing this whole time in other update videos. Particularly our friends Lyra and Mandy have been coming here almost every single day that we're here, and they have been helping with all sorts of odds and ends. So everyone who's been here contributing your time and your efforts, thank you so much. In the case of today's video, we'd also like to thank Jackson, Michelle, and Jude for also coming over and helping out.
Yeah, lots of help, lots of nice people who are willing to donate their time to us and help us out.
We're so lucky to have such amazing friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we would not be anywhere close to this if it weren't for them.
You should go look in the greenhouse.
That's right.
That was another Ed project.
Yeah. Ed, remember all those trees, or the 2 trees that we cut down and parceled out? Oh, do we have a light in here?
No, but maybe. There's lights right there.
I don't know if I've ever looked for the light switch.
Anyway, there, you can see. Everything's been moved in.
Yeah, all the tree branches are in.
Hooray!
Now they won't get snowed on.
Now we can let them sit and dry out.
But yeah, I think that about sums up all of the updates or where we're at here at the facility as of Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Just to give you a little bit of a timestamp. I don't know when this video is coming out, but there you go. We're coming back just about every day to work on something else. So again, I'd like to thank our friends and family members for coming over and helping us throughout these weeks, as well as the amazing Patreon backers for your generous support. And I know I say this every single time, but you allow us to do so much more than we ever would have imagined, especially since with all of these delays in the construction and how much longer this project has taken than we were originally thinking. If we didn't have you, as well as all the people just watching this video, because your views help us out too, we probably would have had to fold up shop because of how expensive things are getting. So thank you truly for all of your support. And hopefully things will start moving again and we can be done with the construction, and then all we have to focus on is enclosures and retail and getting products in. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We will, eventually.
Thank you everybody so much, and we'll see you next time.
Wait. Before you go, one more time. Oh, the beautiful button. Oh, the beautiful garage door opens.
I can't believe it works.
Oh.
It's so beautiful.
And it sat nice. It didn't hit. You have paint in your hair.
Do I?
Yep, you have paint right there in your hair.
Is it black?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
Oh, decisions. Oh, wow. I don't want the porta potty in the background. Hang on. Oh, yeah. I know what we can do with this. Yeah, that'll work. Ed, guess what? I can make good fart sounds now.
I'm proud of you, honey.
Thanks.